Happy Thursday, guys. Today is July 20th. I always gotta take that pause because I need to figure out what the date actually is. It's July 20th. Hold on. I love to pretend like I'm doing a live because I know they ain't going well. Ain't no time soon I will be going on live. But I just came in to say hello, and today is the second day of my fast. So guys, I actually started the fast yesterday because the ministry that I'm doing it with started yesterday. So what I did was
once again.
So yeah, I started yesterday. So I didn't eat anything. I did have fruits, and I had a grain bar yesterday morning because I'm struggling. I struggle because of my cycle, and I also did the same thing today. I had banana. I had a half a banana, and I had the grain bar, and it's just like I'm struggling. I don't even understand why I'm struggling. So last night, I wanted to tell you guys. Last night I had a rough time. I did not. I ate my meal. My one meal or a meal at 5, which was enjoyable, but I guess I didn't eat enough, and I guess I paused. I did not eat enough yesterday. That's what happened. So yes, last night I had a problem. Houston, we got a problem. I had a problem, and probably because I overexerted myself also by coming up with this challenge and stuff. You don't know how much energy it takes when I don't even know how to even explain it, but like I overexerted myself just thinking about coming up with that fast and doing a video about it and everything. So like I overexerted myself as far as like I was overly anxious. I was anxious. All right. I became anxious. And so, yeah, anxiety kicked in after I took my son had soccer, his first soccer match. And that could have caused some of the anxiety. And also I had, my period is starting tomorrow. It's supposed to start tomorrow. Sometimes it's give or take some days. It's give or take a couple of days. So sometimes it starts on the 50th, the 5th. Are we serious? The 26th day. So the 26th day is tomorrow. I hate when I make a mistake and wet my brush, because now it feels weird. So yeah. So it's supposed to start tomorrow, and I felt so yesterday I had anxiety. This is a sports bra, guys. Nobody is naked, so don't even try that. Even though YouTube was mean to me on one occasion. I did a short, and I guess I had too much brush on, and they gonna put my video as you have to be 18 to see that video. Even though I do age restrict my videos anyway. But I just felt some kind of way when it said that, like I'm trying to expose people. Like, I'm not trying to expose nobody. This is just this is me. This is how I'm just kind of like a free spirit. And I just feel like it's nothing too high. Like, what am I hiding? I got what other women have. I'm not showing my nipples or anything like that. So I don't understand it. Like, I just don't feel weirded out by stuff like that. But some people have different standards, so I respect that. But my thing is so I wanted to tell you guys I struggled last night, and I got to a point where I was jittery and acting like just feeling weird. Like, I know it was anxiety. It's something that anxiety does to me. It makes me feel more in tune to everything that's going on to my body, and makes me feel like I'm in that fight or flight response that I feel in my body. I just feel like, I feel like something, like, it's just anxiety. That's what I can explain. Fright or flight response that you feel. So I was in that type of state, and then I was almost like panicking. So I was trying to stick in there. Then my stomach was growling. I was starving. I counted my calories. I was only like at 1,300 calories for the day. And I was just like, so I probably, had burnt extra calories because I did walk. I walked yesterday. I also, did that video, even though you guys were like, that ain't no work, but mentally and emotionally it is. And so, and then God, like hearing from God, trying to make sure, God, did I do what you want me to do? Am I doing what you want me to do? And overthinking causes a stress response, and it overexerts you. So that's what happened. And then worrying about soccer. Then my son had me worried because the other day, a little girl passed away. A 10-year-old little girl passed away after cheerleading practice. And so I'm just like worried about him because he had been saying he was tired all day. So I'm like, just worried about him. Like, you already tired. Like, are you okay? Like, is it his heart? Is he okay? And so, yeah, just overthinking. So then when I got home, and he went home with his dad because we share custody. And so Monday through Wednesday is his nights to keep my son. And so he went home with his dad. So I came home by myself. I was here by myself because my daughter is with her dad. Yep, I got 2 baby daddies, okay, y'all. Mistakes. I mean, I'm not gonna call them mistakes, but experiences, learning experiences. I'm just not the storybook girl. I'm just not, and it bothers me. But it's just not my. It's not my story. You want to know why it bothers me? Is because I created this story. I was always impatient, and so my impatience caused me to make impatient choices, and I pay for that in the long run. So then you see yourself paying for it through your children. You see your children having to pay for your decisions. So anyway, long story. That's something for another day. We talking about the fast. Day 1 was a struggle, and so I felt. Oh, so yeah, I came home. I was by myself. My daughter is with her dad. And so I'm home alone. When I'm home alone, that adds anxiety, guys. I don't like being by myself. So I was sitting up there, I'm nervous all the time. And I have every light on in the house. And don't come for me because, yes, I am a Christian. And, yes, I do believe in God. But I have physical, human responses to things sometimes, and that's just one of the things that I suffer with. I'm afraid. I don't really like the dark. I don't like the dark because things have happened to me in the dark that I've experienced, okay? And probably some other people have experienced this, but the things that I've experienced, and I just don't want to experience it, especially when I'm at home by myself. So I keep my lights on, and we all know that there's another existence out there. It's a spiritual world. So don't try to come for me and act like I'm crazy or anything like that. Reasons why I be doing what I do, when I feel the way I feel. So anyway, yeah, so kept the lights on, and I mean, I was having, I was not at ease. So then that's a stress response, and it was just requiring me. I just was so hungry. I was feeling hungry. I was feeling panicky and nervous and anxious, and so I ate some. I was just like, you didn't have enough calories. You hungry. You're not gonna make it till tomorrow till 5 o'clock. You're gonna be hungry and stuff. And it got the best of me, and I ate. I added some calories to my diet, to my meal. I mean, added some calories to the day, and I feel guilty, and I felt guilty However, I did say that God told me he was giving me grace, and he knew, he knows me and my makeup, and I told you that he was giving me grace, and he told me to give myself grace. So I took his advice. After I had did it, I would start thinking like God did tell me his grace is sufficient for me. And don't try to overthink things and stress yourself out because you're not disappointing him. You still, even you just thinking about you not doing what, even you feeling like you letting him down is showing him that you respect him, honor him, and love him. And you giving yourself, he told you to give yourself the grace, and I did it. So I ate a couple of things, but I was mindful of what I ate because I didn't want to binge. Like, this would have been a binge. This could have been a binge if it had been me before, another time. Okay. I gotta figure out what earrings I'm wearing. So I'm getting ready to go for my walk. And so we wore Africa yesterday. We're not wearing Africa today. We put Africa back where she belongs. Okay, so yeah. So I ate some cheese and crackers. And what else did I put in my mouth? Cheese and crackers and a strawberry, but them strawberries was bad, so I had to throw them out. What else did I put in my body? I think that was it. Cheese and crackers and a strawberry. Is that it? Because I didn't want to overdo it, but I did do that. I put those in my body because I just felt like I could not sleep if I didn't. I was going to be going through that the whole night. And it made me feel, I drank water. And I put the fasting drops in the water to try to like heal my body, like to give my body something that maybe it was missing because I was restricting myself yesterday. So anyway, I just felt kind of mad at myself because I ate something after my hours. I haven't eaten something like that long ago. I mean, it's been a very, very long time ago since I gave in to eating after 7-ish p.m. because sometimes I have to eat after 7, but it don't be after 8. It just be 7 something. So yeah, I did. And I felt better physically. So I was able to go to bed and rest. And then I thought that the other problem that I probably was having is that, and I wasn't thinking about that, is that these are the earrings I chose today, y'all. So I realized that it was I didn't sleep. I haven't been sleeping because when my son is not with me and my daughter is not with me, I don't sleep well. You guys know you can't sleep well with the light on. I do cut the light off. I cut the light off when daylight comes out. I cut the light on at 6, whatever time it be. When I start seeing the sun shining, I'll cut the light back on, and then just putting the shirt over the sports bra, okay? And I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all probably, if you watching me, you not judging me, but yeah, but you never know who may be judging you. But yeah, so so I haven't been sleeping well, so that's probably it, because I have to get up early because my son is getting dropped off at 8-ish because his dad is bringing him to me because he has to work. So I have to keep my son, so I still have to get up in the morning. Like, I'm not able to sleep until he's here with me. And so tonight he's here with me, but I sleep better when somebody is with me. So I get my rest. And so I think that's part of the reason why I was feeling so jittery and anxious. Okay, so what else? I just feel like I ate something else, but I can't think of it. I do know for a fact it was the cheese and crackers. I ate 2 of them, and there were 70 calories per package, and I ate 2. And then I think it was just a strawberry, but why am I feeling like, usually when I'm feeling like something else, it be something else. But I think it was just the strawberries. Okay. So then and I wasn't satisfied with that strawberry. I was just so mad at that strawberry. The strawberries would be getting bad, but it was my fault because I did not, I washed them and then put them back in the container and didn't eat them. So what you expect for over a week old strawberries, they're gonna go bad. But yeah, I think that was all I ate. I think what I'm feeling, the energy that I'm feeling and picking up on, that's making me feel like it was something else. It's actually that I ate after the time I feel like I should have, after my cutoff time, and I did not do a whole 24-hour fast or 24 hours. But like I said, God said his grace is sufficient for me. So I said, one of the days that I had my cycle, after I rethought everything and started redoing the plan, I said after my cycle, didn't I say during like the week of my cycle, that I was going to allow myself fruits and vegetables and grains. Like I was going to do like a Daniel fast. It limited grains because I really don't want that, but I just want to do it like I did the Daniel fast. When I did the Daniel fast, so I was going to do that till 5 p.m. And so that's my intention. So actually I did not do, but after hours, that's the thing. That's probably where it's bothering me, because it was after hours and then I was feeling like, but the fast that she said to do, that the prophetess that I follow, my leader, she is saying that you could eat after 5. So I was like battling in my head, but I told you guys saw the video if you saw the video, and I was battling in my head because I'm not doing a complete 24-hour fast, or I'm not doing, because those cheese and crackers is not fruits and vegetables. The cheese and crackers cheese is not Daniel, okay? So that was what my battle was. But anyway, that's the whole thing that happened to me last night. So, and today, so far, I had a banana. I did have to have a banana in the grain bar. And I had coffee. And then that was it. Because liquids are okay. To me, liquids can be okay. And she already said that. But like I say, I'm doing this as God tells me. But He said His grace is sufficient. So I got to remember His grace is sufficient for me. But yeah. So that was my struggle today. I was feeling a little bit better, but feeling kind of weakish. Because, like I said, my cycle starts tomorrow. So, yeah, I ate the fruit, the vegetable. Why am I saying stuff that's not true? I ate the banana, half a banana, and then I had the grain bar. And I might indulge in some watermelon before 5 o'clock. And then 5 o'clock will be after 5 o'clock is when I probably have my meal or whatever I want to refeed on. And today I hope I do better and not have to open up my eating window again until tomorrow. So yeah, that was my challenge for yesterday. And let's see how anything spiritually, I just been, I pray. One of the things that I'm planning on doing, so guys, I did do the list of prayers. So I was overstimulated because I was all like, when God speaks to me, it gets me overstimulated. It does. And it takes me into, and I nothing against what, God, I don't care because it's God. But it overstimulates me, and it gets me into an anxious state because I'm overstimulated. So, and I'm not saying that God, it's me that can't control it. It's extra. Because he is extra. Okay? It's overwhelming. Overwhelming is the word I'm looking for. So once that spirit leaves me, is what I'm saying. Once the spirit leaves me, I feel bewildered or anxious and Like, and then I start feeling like, did that really happen? Or you know, what's going on with me? Like, I start feeling like that. So, I don't know anybody else that experienced it, but maybe you do. And you probably experience God in a different way. But that's how it happens for me. When he speaks to me and through me like that, when I get that anointing feeling, when I feel anointed, that's what happens. I get overstimulated. So, yeah. And then I be trying to process everything that just help, that don't help. Now, spiritually. Yeah, I just been, so I said I'm going to pray. You know, I've been doing that anyways. This summer, I've been doing the Lord's Prayer 3 times a day. I do it once in the morning when I get up. I do it at 12. And I do it before I go to bed. So I want to do the Lord's Prayer especially, you know, intentionally. I've been doing it anyway, but I make sure I do it. And I try to do it on my knees. Morning and night, definitely on my knees. Afternoon, sometimes I just don't be where I need to be to do it on my knees. Every now and then, I won't do it on my knees, but I try to be intentional to do it on my knees, because I normally just pray openly and speak openly to the God. So I'm trying to get to the point where I do it on my knees. I really want to speak on my knees, because I received that instruction from the guy Stanley, Dr. Stanley, Minister Stanley. He passed away, and I just took some of the things that he has said, because I used to watch him periodically, and I loved him because he spoke to me every time I listened to him. And so he was a unique minister. So anyway, I took his words. He said that his mother told him to just trust God. Whatever you do, like, that was the only advice she gave him, was just to trust God. Trust God. And he said, you fight your battles on your knees. You pray. He prayed on his knees. And he fight his battles on his knees, which is he pray. So I was like, I'm about to at least pray on my knees 3 times a day. And it's going to be the Lord's Prayer. Then I had a confirmation after I started doing it. A video. Guys, I did not look it up. I did not look it up. So it couldn't be in my algorithm or anything like that. But a video popped up about why is it important to pray the Lord's prayer. No, he said it said something about see what happens. What happens when you say the Lord's Prayer for 21 days, 3 times a day. And I was just like, and I listened to it, and he was just talking about the power behind the Lord's Prayer. And so then so this is another thing that happened. So that day that I saw that video, or the day before, I might have took my son, I think it was the day before, me and my son had went to the store, and you know, it was, we had went to the movies. It was 12 p.m. in the car. Like, I got alarms to pray. My 12 p.m. alarm went off, and I told my son, I was like, we got to pray. So we prayed together, the Lord's Prayer, and then I broke apart the Lord's Prayer to him. I broke apart each meaning of each word, you know, each thing that we say, each verse. And me and him, we talked about it together. So that's when I would say the next day, or either the day after, that video popped up. And then the minister was saying basically the same thing, breaking apart the Lord's Prayer and saying, say it 3 times a day and for 21 days, and see how powerful it is in your life. So I was just like, that was just all I needed to hear. Of course, I was already doing it, but that just stimulated me to do it more, you know, to be more intentional about doing it. So anyway, this video is too long. I'm done for today. I'm just going to try to check in every day, maybe, because these videos could be long, and I really hate that. But I pray somebody is touched by this and do this with me. But here he comes. So yeah, guys, back to closing this video. I want to close it out and just say that yeah, so that's my experience for day 1 to day 2. I'll post maybe tomorrow about day 2. about the ending of day 2, you know. And if anything comes to my mind or anything spiritually that I experience, I said I did write down my prayers and the things that I want God to do in my life. And I received 2 powerful prophetic words. One from the minister that I follow, and another prophetess that I follow. She's more personal because she lives here in Michigan where I live. But anyway, they basically are said the same thing, which is so funny because, yeah, they said the same thing. I wrote them down because I received them. So I said that's something I'm going to do also on my fast, is I'm going to receive, when I receive words from the prophet online, I'm going to write them down, because that's what happened back in the day when I first started following her, like in 2016. I used to write down her words, her prophetic words, and I used to claim them for myself and speak them over myself and make them into prayers. And I received power and transformation from that. So that's what I'm doing. Anything else? So as the Lord moves in my life, anything that he tells me, if he tells me to tell somebody else something, I'm going to say it. And then you can just take things from what I say. You can take things from things that I say, or I don't know, whatever you take from the video. But also, this is a weight loss component as well. So I am hoping to see the scale move too. So we'll see what the scale say on Saturdays. I'm not weighing myself every day. I'll be weighing myself on Saturday. On Saturdays, like that was my day anyway. Before I started doing like ADF and stuff, I was weighing myself every day. But I measure myself from Saturdays to Saturdays to see, you know, to give my body time to go through changes and stuff. That's really what I like to do. So I will weigh myself on Saturday. I haven't weighed myself since last Saturday, I think. So 186 was the last weight that I was. So I don't know what it's going to say. And I feel fluffy. I will say that, but I don't know. I haven't been really working out, so I didn't work. I worked out outdoors the day before yesterday. Yesterday I went for a walk, but it was only 35 minutes. I like to walk for like an hour at least. So today I'm going to walk again before it rains, because it looks like it's going to rain. And then I'm going to, if time permits, I'll do something on a treadmill. I'm just trying to take it light and honor my body, my tempo, because I'm getting ready to go into menstrual, my menstrual cycle. So that is recommended that we honor our bodies before we do that, before we have those experiences every month, So I'm trying to follow those rules, because I think it's just better to be softer on our bodies rather than harsher. So guys, have a blessed Thursday, rest of your Thursday, and I'll check in and see you guys tomorrow. If you got to the end of this video, thank you. Like and subscribe, and you can share, because maybe somebody else needs to do a wilderness fast, Canaan, a fast, a breakthrough fast. Maybe they need a breakthrough, and God responds. He does respond to prayer and fasting. Fasting is something that breaks things. Okay. Have a blessed day.